Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 288. Today we're talking about is mobilizing the back sides of our arms and really gaining some mobility, gaining some pliability within these tissues so that we can increase our compliance. You know, when you're doing overhead motions, the long head and the short headed triceps that come in back here tend to get all gunked up. We spend so much time on that posterior cuff region, it makes sense to kind of come up into that tricep region as well. You know, there's many different ways at which we can do this. Today we're going to use a foam roller, so you have that tool in your toolbox. But again, like I said, many different ways. This is just one of those ways that we're going to hit it today. And this is how it's going to look. Kind of nickname this sucker the Baywatch routine, and you'll see why. Because I feel like I'm at the, right on the end of a swimsuit magazine when I do this, okay? All we're going to do is we're going to take our arm, place it onto our head like if we're about to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, right? Swimsuit edition. Notice how I place my hand on top of my head. Sure, I can get this down here farther if I want to, but all I'm trying to do is get some tautness, pull up that slack in the tricep, okay? In the back of the arm by bending my arm. And then all I can do is I can modulate that pressure, right? And I can use my feet and my lower half to just kind of roll back and forth. And the best thing about this is I can move right up into that posterior cuff region if I have to. Just like that. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scan that whole area, okay? After I do that, I might find this hot spot area that I really want to spend some time onto. Once I'm there, I can do a couple things. I can bring it into internal-external rotation, or I could do a little pin and stretch. So I gather some tissue, and then I bring it up. I gather some tissue, and then I bring it up, okay? So you guys can see it from the back side. It looks just like this. Tricep down, gather some tension. Go ahead, push it on top of my head. I'm just going to use my whole body to be able to roll this sucker out. If I want to get up a little bit higher into the armpit, that's what that's going to look like. And a lot of times this higher up area into the armpit, that's where I'm going to do the most damage here. That's where I want to get in there and mash out those trolls, okay? So get up into here. Maybe I want to gather some tissue, so I start with the arm straight, gather some tissue, and then bring it up. Gather some tissue, and then bend that arm. So that's a couple different ways at which you can utilize that foam roller to mash out those triceps and get those suckers working a little bit better. Guys, until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.